Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89. Well, I finally got my DC Multiverse Batman Classic TV series Batman. And I think I've gotten over my initial disappointment to discover that he's not the same scale as the other Batman, which I just do not understand. But I'm still excited about the overall sculpt and details and everything, so I'm going to try and get past my disappointment and enjoy the experience of unboxing him. So here we have the usual DC Multiverse plain black box with really nothing, just the logo and the title, and I mean we get that picture on the back, which I'm not hugely fond of. There's plenty of publicity shots of Adam West as Batman that look awesome. This one's a little underexposed, the colours a bit, I mean look at this colour of him, it looks grey. They could have definitely picked a better photo. So yep, okay. Let's open him. And I totally forgot they have 3 of these. I've already cut this. Okay. Now, I'm not going to take the stand off and the card off because you can see them through the plastic. I will take it out, I'm just not doing it now. And the stand, they're all the same. In the background, I think they're all the same as well. Okay, let's get these tags off and hopefully, yeah, there's no holes in that. Okay. Try and not cut off any of his fins, whatever they call them. Is that it? Maybe. Now, I'm immediately surprised and disappointed by the material. It's very stiff and satiny. I guess it has the really, really shiny look of the original Batman costume, but I thought it would be more of a nylon or something that was a bit more flowing or something. It's very like sculptural. It's got the I remember hearing it had the wire in it and thinking, okay, maybe I can remove the wire so it's not so stiff, but the whole thing is like that. I mean, you can basically pretend like he's flying. Okay, surprise there. Okay, so he's got these interesting joints in the shoulders, which I haven't really seen before. I don't know why they did that. I don't think they did them on the other Batman. I think the idea is to hide the join. So yeah, it's interesting. Weird. But yeah, so the cape is very long. I mean, I was glad it was longer than the actual costume, because the actual costume was very short. Like it didn't even come down past the back of his boots. But yeah, so it's a little darker on the inside, very shiny on the outside. You get the wire, which is very difficult to maneuver. I don't know. This is definitely too long. His cape was not that shape. It's really longer back here. It's past the length of his feet. So that's too much. When I saw it, it looked just a little bit longer. I thought that was just the perfect length. So I got very excited when I first saw this, and it's been subtle disappointment ever since. Now the head sculpt is fine. Some people are claiming his head's too narrow. I think his cheeks are a little bit too wide. That's what he's got, a little bit of puffy cheek, which emphasizes that part of the face, and I think that's what the issue is. Now the color is a little bit interesting. It's very much the same blue as the smaller Batman, and as you can see, the scale there between those two. It's basically the same blue, basically the same grey. This one's a little bit darker. and the way they built it's differently. They could have put a cape on this one like this one, but they put it under there and it doesn't quite work, and it's basically just like a ribbon. At least it's softer. This is soft. This is crinkly hard. I'm like, that's not the cape I envisioned. I mean, if I wanted a sculptural, they could have just made a plastic cape that was sculpted. If you're not going to have a cape that's made out of material that can flow and move, just do a sculpted cape. So yeah, disappointed with that. And it's so long. I mean, when he stands, I guess it sits on the ground. I guess that's how they want it to look. Like it's dragging behind him. He didn't have that sort of cape. I mean, look at the length there. So that's weird. Stuck. Now the belt is pretty consistent with the smaller one. The look is fairly consistent, although he has a rounder face, like I said, whereas this one has a higher cheekbones. Makes a little bit of a difference in the image. And maybe the ears actually a little bit more curved up here on this one, whereas this one they stick out a little bit more, which may also emphasize that shape some people were talking about. It's got a lot of articulation. I've already been talking for 6 minutes. Wow. Do his legs move? You know what? They don't. I thought there was a join there between the blue plastic and the grey plastic where it joined on. No, there's a join in the ankle, but not actually on the thigh or calf. But I guess it's not really important if you've got the ankle. But okay. So yes, a lot of design elements like thicker boots, which the original costume didn't have, longer gloves, higher boots, slightly smaller pair of briefs, which kind of works, and this is actually, it is actually under there, like the other one where they actually put it over it. He's actually over it and holding it in place. So I guess there's a thing there that goes. Cape goes over it and then the head goes on top of that. I thought it was just sitting on top of there and just a little piece of material across it to like have it hanging on there. So the cape is totally built differently from what I thought. Now let's compare it to this one. I guess this is a 10-minute video. So I'll take his stand off. Now you know, he is a tiny little bit taller, just a fraction taller. So yeah, when you put the feet together, this is a tiny little bit taller actually, which I didn't think he was. People saying he was his exact same height. He's actually not. So that's good. He's a little bit bigger. I mean, his chest is wider, his shoulders are broader, his arms are bigger, he's a little bit taller. He doesn't have that saggy cowl hanging under his neck, which just makes him look kind of skinny and yeah, I don't know why they did that. But the thing I do miss is the briefs. They're really well sculpted. They look like he's actually got genitalia instead of being a Ken doll. This one looks very Ken doll. There's even actually he's technically he's got an innie there. I don't know what that is. There's a little innie. Is that where his belly button's supposed to be? No, it's up there. But yeah, and there's some detail here which is different. The original utility belt had a flat metal panel with a painted or brass element that was, I think, embossed or something. It was very subtle. This is actually like sculpted on. So yeah, but this is bigger. So there are parts of it that are good. The outfit is a little bit more how if I got one myself made, I'd get like longer gloves and higher boots and a longer cape and everything. The colour's a little bit brighter, but this is more true to the actual Batman. It's more of a darker navy colour and a very satin shiny colour. This is just a bit more regular gloss, really, that's all. But yeah. There are elements I really like about this, the overall build, the face sculpt, but then there's elements about this I really like, the colour, and even though this cape is smaller, it's more vibrant and it's moves, it's soft. This one is hard and crinkly and yeah, I don't know. I'm not 100% happy with this. I think it will look better on the shelf than this one because of the shoulders and everything. But this also has this very mechanical setup here where it looks like armor or something. It doesn't really look like actual natural shoulders. So I keep holding that off the actual frame. But yeah, so I'm not sure. I mean, let's do a size comparison between the other Batman. He's closer in height to that Batman. I'd heard that he was actually half an inch shorter. He's only a little bit shorter. It's mostly the ears. So that's good. Yeah. I don't know. There are parts about this I really like. There are parts about this I like. Neither one really makes me happy. Okay, so I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the Batman from McFarlane.